Back yet again, he filed a lawsuit against the New York Times, which he had Brian Friedman on to discuss, saying it had done a defamatory report on Blake Lively to you, right? Then you run into somebody who seems like a witch who will take advantage of you and hurt you. And the mother of dragons in Game of Thrones, that she too has her dragons, Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift. Till finally, even that kind of a guy rises up. Now, he didn't do it himself exactly. He hired a bad...
I can't believe neither side is like giving in. They're like digging in further.
Down on the floor, squirming and apologizing for being a man is not the way. On Blake Lively's claims that she was allegedly harassed by this guy when they shot the movie, It Ends With Us, a film about domestic violence.
The kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, documents, which prove exactly what...
Badass named Brian Friedman. And he has badass women like me defending him. But slowly but surely, I think the male class is learning. And was Justin didn't harass Blake. Blake was interested in wresting control of this movie away from Justin, who was the director and the producer. She was just an actor.
And used her PR people to try and destroy Justin. And we're carefully considering other people that will be sued.
We're the ones out there generating negative press against Justin. You guys were the ones who are trying to ruin Justin.
Blake Lively, one of Hollywood's most beloved and glamorous stars, is now at the center of a scandal so explosive, it has everyone talking. The rumor mill is swirling with talk of jail time, accusations, and explosive legal battles that could change the course of her career forever. But how did this former darling of Hollywood end up in such a mess? Was it a simple misunderstanding?
And to the point where this guy was in the basement at his own movie's premiere. And that what in fact happened was you guys...
And used her PR people to try and destroy Justin. And we're carefully considering other people that will be sued.
That she was allegedly harassed by this guy when they shot the movie It Ends With Us, a film about domestic violence. In that claim...
Or is there more to the story? This is the shocking truth behind It Ends With Us, the film that was supposed to be a box office hit, but is quickly spiraling into a real-life drama that nobody saw coming. At first, It Ends With Us seemed like the perfect movie. Based on the best-selling novel, it was meant to be a powerful, emotional film about domestic violence, a story that would resonate with audiences across the globe. The anticipation was massive, especially with Blake Lively cast in the lead role and Justin Baldoni stepping in as both the director and producer. For fans and critics alike, this film was set to be a heartwarming hit, filled with hope and powerful messages. But behind the scenes,
we're the ones out there generating negative press against Justin. You guys were the ones who were trying to ruin Justin. They said the Times distorted the truth. They did not report text messages, which were...
Things weren't as perfect as they appeared. The tension started to build when it became clear that Blake Lively, despite being the lead actress, wanted more control over the movie. As the days passed, whispers began to circulate that Blake was clashing with Justin Baldoni, the very person responsible for bringing this movie to life. It wasn't just creative differences or artistic disagreements. It was something much more personal. Sources close to the production revealed that Blake wasn't just acting in the film, she was trying to take charge, making major decisions that put her at odds with Baldoni. What was supposed to be a collaborative effort between an actor and a director became a power struggle behind closed doors. And it didn't end there. What followed next was a series of dramatic events that no one could have predicted. Blake Lively's PR team, known for their skillful handling of the actress's public image, quickly went on the offensive. Negative press surrounding the film and its production was redirected to Justin Baldoni. The media was quick to paint him as the villain in this story. Was it a simple case of a star wanting more creative input, or was it something far more calculated? As the tension between Lively and Baldoni escalated, it became clear that this was not just a public relations issue. It was a full-blown war. Blake's actions seemed to set off a chain reaction of drama. A major lawsuit was filed, and suddenly the public was glued to every detail of the bitter legal battle that was unfolding. The lawsuit wasn't just about the movie. It was about power, control, and accusations that Blake was using her Hollywood status to try to destroy Baldoni's career. The situation grew even more complicated when Ryan Reynolds, Blake's husband, was reportedly involved in the drama. Whispers surfaced about Reynolds bullying Baldoni at a high profile.
Full and complete, which showed a very different meaning than the snippets that Blake Lively put in her complaint.
Signal to Justin Baldoni's team, like, look, we have nothing to do with this. We're not friends with her anymore. We don't even like her.
Profile event, with a Sony representative allegedly describing the encounter as nasty and unnecessary. What seemed like an isolated issue on set had now evolved into a much bigger fight with powerful figures on both sides. As the legal battle raged on, new revelations came to light. Text messages between Blake Lively and her team were leaked to the public, and what they revealed sent shockwaves through Hollywood. In one of the most telling exchanges, Blake compared herself to Daenerys Targaryen, the beloved Game of Thrones character who controls dragons. "I'll unleash my dragons on you," she allegedly wrote, referring to her powerful allies like Ryan Reynolds and even Taylor Swift, who had been rumored to be lending their support behind the scenes. This wasn't just a battle of words. It was a strategic use of influence and fame to get what she wanted. Was this simply a metaphor, or was Blake really using her connections to manipulate the situation in her favor? The media quickly seized on the text message drama, with headlines everywhere talking about Blake's dragons. The press was loving every minute of it, sensationalizing the conflict between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. It seemed like every day there was a new bombshell revelation. The gossip machine was in overdrive, and the public couldn't get enough. The New York Times even published an expose on the situation, painting the entire ordeal as a case of Hollywood backstabbing and betrayal. The more the media uncovered, the more the story became a spectacle, leaving little room for the public to separate fact from fiction. Was it all just drama created for the headlines? Or was there a real, personal vendetta between the two stars? While the media frenzy continued, the legal situation was getting more serious. As documents and text messages piled up, the public began to wonder if there were any real consequences to this scandal. Blake Lively was now facing accusations that she had used her Hollywood connections to manipulate the situation. Could the legal battle end with jail time? It was a question that many never expected to hear, but one that seemed increasingly possible given the explosive nature of the accusations. As more evidence came to light, the stakes grew higher. But perhaps the most shocking element of this entire situation is how it reveals the darker side of Hollywood. The glamorous facade that the public is often presented with hides the ruthless competition, the power struggles, and the dirty tricks that stars are willing to pull in order to come out on top. Blake Lively may have been the face of a beloved movie, but behind the scenes, she was embroiled in a fight that threatened to ruin both her career and the movie itself. Justin Baldoni, on the other hand, had his own battles to face as he tried to maintain control of his movie and career in the face of mounting pressure. So what happens next? Is Blake Lively's career at risk? The lawsuit is far from over, and the media is hungry for every detail. The question on everyone's mind is whether this scandal will define her career or if she'll be able to move past it. What's clear is that Hollywood, with all its glitz and glamour, is not always what it seems. Beneath the surface, there are power plays, hidden alliances, and battles that we may never fully understand. One thing's for sure, Blake Lively's name is now permanently tied to this scandal, and whether it will tarnish her image or make her a stronger figure in Hollywood is still to be determined. Will the Dragons win, or is this the beginning of the end for one of Hollywood's biggest stars?